Welcome to Loleventvods. These are the best highlights of today's LEC 2025 matchup.
Falls off a little bit unless we get GiantX with the normalized Jace build, unless even at Worlds, even last year, while Jax was so popular, it's because he couldn't survive. You're right. Sustainability there. Jace doesn't have the same thing, and at level 2, GiantX is in so much trouble. He's twisted advance, he's ignited as well. He flashes out, but he's right in the line of fire of Noah as Jun tanks up the last turret shot, but Noah needs one more. GiantX close to leveling up, the Mystic shot missing. Noah flushes out for first blood, and it works in the end.
Great bit of a gold lead already starting to open up over Loss, whereas Lot will have that experience lead. Loopy now trying to make his way in towards the mid lane here just to help Reeker crash this wave and should be able to do it there.
Well, I gotta say, Dagda, you know, we saw Medic on the way and he's like, oh, the games were a little bit slow, and especially in that top lane that has never met, as TPs are being burned across the map while grubs are being started up by GiantX first.
Yeah, Noah using the TP to get back up to the top side, opting into that, knowing they're going to go in towards the lane swap. Closer steals away one of the grubs, which means that if Isma can get one, neither side can claim this towards their feats of strength. You have to get all 3 grubs if you want that to count.
They've got their shoes on at the very least, and how they walk towards it is their question. As Smite comes through, Isma steals it, you're right, but now the duel begins. Isma looking for the knock-up and finds it, only level 5 as we get a bit of damage down the bot side as well, but Close is a real one in trouble. He's got concussive blows, he flashes, he gets bursted, but he survives, walking out with the flash down in tow, with now another grub to seal the deal for Isma.
Yeah, Isma didn't get the flash over the wall, so it was an issue of, instead of going towards top side to enter in towards grubs, it's mid lane to open up both sides, where you can now play for mid, but also take over control towards...
Part 2, wow, true shot barrage, and everything in the kitchen sink hitting. Jun gets the kill off the ignite, but GiantX, no fear in the dive as we look towards the bottom side. SK want to replicate and they get the stun up with the concussive blows, but Reeker doesn't have enough health to dive, nor his flash.
But he's nearly level 6.
As it burns down, the grubs helping out. Winter's Bite trying to get extra damage onto Lot. All it would take is Rahel to get a rocket down, and
he's going to get excited.
He will be dead, and I think I will too, Dagda, because the GiantX is top laner. He's playing on a knife's edge. There it is! You know what? We won't take the Lot because... We look at GiantX, as Dagda talked about as well, pushing top quite well. The only thing right now looking good for GiantX, or rather in this very moment, is the fact that Dragon started for closer, but will he be able to maintain?
Reeker just kind of sitting around here. I think at this stage you want to back off from this as SK. Your bot lane is nowhere to be found. The ults have already been used, so you're only going to give the kills across here.
Reeker taking a bit of damage, but it's AP damage. Galio doesn't mind, but Jun's still angling through. You're right, we look for the Jace. He's flown through with a taxi driving as Isma sets up for the hero's entrance, and now for GiantX, they freeze the stream! But do they get further out? They run for their lives as the range still comes through from GiantX, but on the back end, I'm looking at Closer, in trouble, and down for the count.
I'm shocked that went as well as it did for SK, but Isma managed to sidestep. SK already used both, so SK now trying to start the objective to draw GiantX in, but they will lose bot turret for this.
Lot is walking in. At the very least, I see he walks out. He's got a mana bar, but he doesn't want to use it. Instead, pushes the wave and just gives SK full reign here. True shot barrage, that's just going to help out with the leash, so one small feat of strength added here as SK moved after what we saw for the dives as Hextech Drake goes down, and yoink, you'll take that. We just wait for one more to be locked on in here as SK, they defend top. GiantX are looking for a dive here, Dagda, and I'm not sure how it's going to go with a Brom on the way.
Exactly. You've got Isma in the vicinity. TP to try help.
A Galio, so he's going to taunt you. Lot doesn't get the stun off. It looks messy, and I don't like mess as Lot takes a turret shot. It ramped up, but he's not dead for now. Isma trying to pick apart the pieces.
Yeah, they can continue to chase here. Isma has the flash. Can he land?
Well, there's enough damage going onto Jackie's. There's a Glacial Fissure knocked into the air. The Winds of Water help out, and Jackie's in trouble, but they've run out of their burst. Still, an audacious charge, maybe too ambitious. Flushing away is Isma SK. Are they going too far now is the question, as Jun takes down the jungler. GiantX chasing for more, bringing the teleport up as well, and Lot is now ready for his own counter-strike. That missed before it narrowly avoids trouble with Loopy, but
So, well, Jackie's?
He is a tank, but let's find out. He flashes, gets out of the static field, but still has enough to stick on Jackie's and slow him down. That damage unheard of, but unending despair seems to be what Jackie's going through. Wind becomes lightning, and he's close to dying. Slowed down yet again. The sticking power huge, but the rocket dodged by Jackie's good.
Jace has a Doran's Blade, therefore he's allowed to do that much damage, yeah.
Right.
So, the problem is Jace's base stats, he's like 310 damage on just his Q alone at base level, before you add in any sort of like scaling or anything like that. His W does a ton of percentage max health, his E is also an execute, so like a lot of his damage is just built into the kit inherently, which is why we're seeing this tank Jace start to stand up and deal a ton of damage without really taking much in return.
Thank you for explaining it, Dagda. Now we know is a feat of strength picked up by SK, by the way, with that Rift Herald. So, again, another boon to their early game that was. As now everyone has fancy feet wear. You know, I only figured out the other day, Dagda, some might call me dumb, but, you know...
Not to your face.
No, I hope not. Feats of strength, but it upgrades their feet, their shoes. You think that was intentional, or am I, maybe I am dumb?
Probably. I'm sure there's something there. Yeah.
I think many people have connected those dots before I did. You know the real problem is saying it in public.
Yeah. It's okay. You don't have a mic or anything.
That's okay. That's only a few people watching. We're okay. Just ignore that part. Well, now that my brain's caught up, I see a Phantom Dancer flat out second instead by a Rahel. So no Hull Breaker build. It is just a Jinx.
I'm fine with that, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I am too. Yeah. There's a lot of tanks, as you said, on this roster.
So the thing is, I'm curious about him on Jinx after the Kraken Slayer. Did all right. But you know what? Maybe you just stick to crit. Yeah.
Got Hullbreaker with his Herald charges here, by the way. It's going to go for the next. And ambitious, no. Isma just aggressive. Ulti's out, turns it into a play against Noah. He gets the bare brunt of it as Nature's Grasp will fly across. It gets a double root, but there's the lockdown by Jun. It's good setup, but the return here for GiantX might hurt them. SK separated for the time being. GiantX is doing that with his Chaos Storm, getting Rahel the hell out of the way. GiantX have won the fight. They've defended their base.
Yeah, definitely ambitious at the end of it. Isma ends up forcing his team to take a fight that they don't really want to, and SK run to the hills as GiantX goes down. Reeker was just pushing mid, but I think it would have been a disaster for him to try and... His tribe was murdered and stuff, so I'm sure parts of their...
Let's find out. Twisted advance, and Loopy's just dead. Now, Atakan has spawned.
To happen at both for Baron. They could use it at the next Mountain Dragon fight, but it's only kind of one for them, so I think SK can give it across. But I think when you have a moment like this in a game that's running away from you, just getting an objective off the map is never a bad thing, but SK...
Lot TP'd in, he's got a counter-strike on their carry, that's their only source of damage, so SK need to keep Rahel alive. Isma's going to be the target though, because he's easy access. GiantX lured them in with a two-man Magnet Storm, they've lured them down, and GiantX are now pummeling them into the ground. A double with Nature's Grasp trying to bring yet another into fruition, as Jackie's damage hits hard, and now Lot on top of Rika's going to remind him where he came from. A shutdown with Atakan buff. You use Chrono Shift, and then you have the other GA as well. You just have like 9 lives. 3 to be specific, we all know.
Added Renata into the mix as well.
Oh yeah. Chrono Shift would be nice here, but maybe Jackie doesn't need it. Rika takes a big damage, and Jackie's got the mana bar to work with to play this around, but Isma has converged on him. It's now just about the wave, and he'll go back to base.
Yeah. Unlucky to get caught in that position, because honestly, it still sends you back as your team's trying to push out of the map, and you still want to get value for these objectives. Like, they are getting Dragon, maybe looking for the dive here as well.
This is value. True Shot Barrage. Lot is still got a turret underneath. Jun will tank it up for now. And yeah, they just, I guess...
You're not really getting value, right? Like, you don't get the tower. They already were going to get the Dragon off of a fight, right? But, oh, now they're going for it.
Rika's looking. I mean, GA has just expired, so this is a fair fight. But Jun, with the re-engage, crash down, not connecting. But Lot's TP'd in. Chucky's is TP'd in on the team. And now, stunned up, Rika has nowhere to go. Isma's in the middle of the fight, but for GiantX, their front line is tanky enough. The damage as well, falling behind the wayside. GiantX running for his life. Loopy not far behind him, and Rahel, the one damage source, is dead like a dodo.
Noah snipes. Noah trying to get back in. Making sure he's okay. Loopy's very far forward though.
Spot is great. He gets a double counter strike, and he pulls out the ult of Isma. For someone debuting the LEC, he's looking confident. And with the rest of GiantX cleaning up now SK, they've got no chance. Another one bites the dust, and GiantX gets hit against the wall. Lot is unstoppable. I think he's going to be...
GiantX, I said in the podcast, I said at the start of this, it was their mid-game I wanted to see them improve on. Well, this has been a damn better mid-game than we saw from them last year.
It's been clean from that point onwards. GiantX can take Baron now as well, no contest. Lot in the enemy jungle. I would like to say the same thing, but Isma spots him out. Reek is there as well. These are tanks, and it's going to take a while as the rocket is going to be blocked by Jun. Great heads up from GiantX as Lot has to ulti to try and get out. Jackie's is on the way. He's got enough for a counter-strike in the mana bar, but now he's running out. There's Winter's Bite, there's concussive blows, but there's a gravity field that's making it difficult to move. Lot still dies. It's a shutdown to Loopy, unfortunately for SK, but there's no...
That's the question, because Jackie's, I can't see, his ultimate is about, isn't quite up on time, so maybe they feel confident to fight here.
Teleport's going to answer that for you, isn't it? It would be the third dragon for SK, a way back into this game that's falling so far to the wayside. Nature's Grasp hits 3 members of the front line. True Shot Barrage is a whiff at 4K. Rika is spotted on a minion, spotted on a ward, but he doesn't need to come in, just the threat. The Glacial Fisher down after Dragon goes in, but Jun with a 3-man Magnet Storm and a hero's entrance at that hits nothing. Rika's now into the front lines of damage, but SK have still taken down and given a reset over to Rahel. But look at those health bars. Closer in, Twisted Advance, finds that damage source, hits a blast cone. Rahel running for his life. He's the only chance, but Jackie's knows that too. Another rampage, another kill, another hit for Lot. And GiantX now running behind his own enemy lines. Noah is chasing this up, zoning between 2 turrets. But GiantX, it feels like the wallet diff really made a difference in the end.
Rika's ultimate brought so much space. This is kind of like build when you want to try and be ahead, because when you fall behind, there's just not enough. And now GiantX looking for more.
The AoE hurts. Nature's Grasp great again. Close has had a good start too. If we're talking about names, as Inner Turret goes down, he's now zoned out. And just as I talk him up, he's going to get caught out. Rocket gives a reset for Rahel and he starts firing away. Lot ulti's in, but his team is a little bit far away right now. The range from Noah going to help out though as they finally get within each other as GiantX look for another angle of approach. But Noah's like, no, I'm going over the wall. This Ezreal unleashed. The flash forward, the burn on GiantX, the ult not needed. And Noah is here on GiantX for now.
Noah's looking buff with that red buff. That was a play and a half. Immediately jumping onto the back line, and now GiantX, they just get to end the game.
He's feeling it, man. GiantX are running into the Nexus turrets. Whether they respawn or not, SK will never know because one drops down. GiantX looking for another. SK have got 20 seconds, 30 seconds in top lane as Jun looks for that final engage. At 33 minutes, Rika is going to hero's entrance down, but his team is already dead. Outside of Rahel, there's no one standing in front of GiantX. Nexus turret number 1, Nexus turret number 2 now dead, and Noah yet again flashing on his Ezreal as the Nexus will fall, and GiantX, the hype is there.